So welcome to the Big O Show.
Hey, feeling good, like I should. When in dark, I walk around the neighborhood. Feeling blessed, never stressed. Got that sunshine on my Sunday best. Yeah.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Big O Show podcast. I'm your host, as always, Ryan Anka. Thank you for taking time out of your day whenever you're listening to this episode. I really appreciate it. And hey, remember, if you haven't already liked the Big O Show Facebook page, be sure to do that. I've been posting a lot more info. And if you already do, thank you for your support. If you're new to this podcast, what you can expect is a little bit of motivation, a little bit of sports talk, and a little bit of life in between. So that's kind of the mission. That's kind of what I'm trying to accomplish with this podcast. And I'd love to hear back from you guys if you like stuff, don't like stuff, and just in general, you know, there's power in community. There's power in helping one another. And that's what I'm trying to do with this. Like I said, if I can help one person achieve something or just help improve somebody's mood for that day, that week, maybe even in their life, then I've accomplished what I'm trying to do with this podcast. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into today's message.
Let me know, let me know.
What I wanted to talk to you guys about today is just cold showers and just cold tubs in general. You know, when I think about whenever I played football, high school and college, one of the biggest things that I think separated, the good from the great players, one of the things, there's obviously a list of things, but one of the things was their ability to maintain their greatness. Now, one of the ways they can do that is by actively recovering, right? Choosing to not just work out and practice really hard, but to take that initiative to eat the right things, but also to take care of their bodies by icing and stretching. And why I mention cold showers and cold tub is one of the common practices in athletics in general, not just football. And one of those practices is taking an ice bath. Now, usually with the ice bath, obviously, think of a bathtub, it's the same thing. They just put a whole bunch of water and ice cubes in it, right? Just to decrease the temperature. Now, what they're trying to do that for is a lot of different things, but the main purpose of it is just to help reduce muscle fatigue. Now, sometimes in the season, especially in season, when I was in college, it was a mandatory thing. You didn't have a choice. You had to go get in the cold tub. It was like forced recovery. But in the off season, it was always optional, unless you were rehabbing from something and a trainer or a doctor advised you to do it. But it was always a choice. And that's kind of why I brought up the whole cold shower thing. I don't know how many of you guys take cold showers over hot showers. Nothing against hot showers. I love hot tubs. But one of the big reasons why I take a cold shower in the morning, but one of the big reasons why I love taking a cold shower every morning is just simply because it gives me one obstacle that I can conquer, one obstacle that I can overcome that day to start my day each and every day. Now, obviously, as you do this over time, it becomes easier and easier to do, but it's still a battle. I mean, everybody wants to take something warm. They don't want to shock their system when they first wake up. But I've actually read a lot of good health benefits, to taking an ice cold shower in the morning, not necessarily a cold tub, but a shower. So how you can relate to this, because most people that listen to this podcast aren't current athletes. So how can you in your everyday life benefit from a cold shower, you may ask? Well, one thing it does is it helps relieve itchy skin, right? Obviously helps wake you up, helps increase your circulation, helps reduce muscle soreness from a post-workout or just life in general. It increases your oxygen intake, helps you have a level heart rate as well as alertness. Honestly, I feel more awake when I take a cold shower first thing in the morning than I do if I drink a tea or any type of energy supplement or something to kind of wake me up. It's a natural process. It's a normal thing to do. It's not a very hard thing to do, but what it does is so many great things. Like I said, not only does it allow you in your mindset to help conquer one obstacle, one thing that says you can't do this, but yet you conquer it. You tell your body, yes, I can, and you decide what your day is going to be like just with that one simple movement, that one simple task, right? Then obviously you build on that task as your day goes and you continue to be productive. And, you just go to work with a whole different mindset. You go to work with a whole different attitude and a whole different approach. Obviously, there are also some health benefits that are great And I'm not saying not to do it for that point, but for me, just the number one thing is just that mindset, overcoming those difficult things and really capturing that day's essence with the start of your day. So I saw a picture a football player posted of him in an ice tub, and a lot of people, brought back good memories, bad memories, but it sparked that thought and something I've tried to instill. I've told many players, told many people, the benefits of taking a cold shower and why cold showers are awesome. So I just wanted to take time to tell you guys about that. I know it's not necessarily motivating, but maybe it'll motivate you to attempt to do this. Give it a week. What do you have to lose? You're not going to like it at first. I'll just go ahead and tell you that. But you may like the results that you get from it. And it will get easier, just like everything else does in life. Well, it actually doesn't get easier. You just get stronger. You get stronger so you can overcome it. You get stronger so you can get through it. And you get stronger throughout the process. So that's it for today's podcast. Go out there and be the change you want to see in the world. So that's it for today's podcast. Now go out there and be the change that you want to see in the world and make today the best day of your life. I'll talk to you guys soon.